All right, comic fans, it's time for a good old-fashioned collection video, but with an X-Men twist. That's right. Welcome to Mutant Monday, and we're going through a set of X-Men comics, mutant comics, and yes, we have some absolute gems here from Silver Age all the way up to modern. Let's get into it. So we got some Uncanny X-Men books, Uncanny 400 here, and then I'll get into, as I'm going through these, I will get into why some of these are here in this set of books, because this is a specific box, a set of books that were some replacements, and I said we'll get into that. Here's Uncanny X-Men 294, part of Executioner Song. One of my favorite X-overs from when I was a kid, reading comics growing up in the 90s. Polybag. So I have a couple copies of some of these. Some are some newsstand editions, but I obviously needed direct editions, which is a lot of the upgrades in here. And you see I kept the polybag. The cards have already been removed and they're just kept separate with the rest of my comic trading cards. And then we have Uncanny 182. Of course, this road cover here, very colorful. This one was another direct edition upgrade that I needed. So this one I still might upgrade because of that wrap, but I think I ended up getting in like a bundle deal or something. Same with this one. A lot of these in the like that first half of the 200s were some upgrades for direct editions. Got Wolverine and Rogue here on 237, 238, and then an annual Jubilation Day, number 13 there. 64 pages. Yeah. First you got the Spidey face. Again, direct editions, baby. And this banger here. I had a couple copies of this one. Uncanny X-Men. Well, technically it was still X-Men 129. Sailors from the Knights of Hellfire. First appearances in this one. I have, so here's just this regular direct edition copy. I have a graded copy. And I have the is it facsimile and maybe the Marvel, whatever those $1 comics were. I might have that copy as well. There's X-Men Annual 2000 with Lady Deathstrike on the cover. And then I always like this cool cover with Storm and Juggernaut. Shades of Evil. X-Men 61. And then Death Revealed. X-Men 95. 60 years. Marvel Superheroes. So tag there. This one I actually have coming in. Was this part of the Shattering? Or is this Powerless? I think it's Shattering. But I have a trade coming that includes this storyline in there. And then X Factor number 1. The OG X-Men reformed for this title here. And of course that one will go on to become or the other new X Factor team in like, was it the 70s? I think it was like 72 or something. Uncanny 391 and 390 was the quote unquote death of Colossus for a little while. The whole legacy virus thing. It was a whole thing. Gotta love comics. But yeah, so some more direct editions and X Factor number 1. I just didn't have that one. That one, most of these that were all just gonna be direct edition upgrades. And then this one was not, this was just, I just want another copy of this because it's just a cool ass cover. The war is over, but payback has just begun. So this is the Magneto War, Uncanny X-Men 368, Adam Kubert cover. Yes, I do have this one signed. I have a couple copies of this one. So another reason some of these books are in here is because I have some signed, and I haven't completely shifted away from signed copies. I just realized like I don't want every copy or the only copies in my collection to be signed copies. So I'm not replacing, but I'm adding a lot of ones such as this one. Uncanny X-Men should be 328. Yeah. Solid for Sabretooth. I have this one signed by Joe Mad. So most of my Uncanny X-Men books that Joe Mad did, I had signed. So I want all of those back. Just unsigned copies. Uncanny 233. Another reason is for some of my signed comics, I have signed by artists that I'm not really even following anymore. Obviously, Joe Mad and Adam Kubert are not part of that because I still greatly enjoy both of their work. But there are some other artists who have just kind of fallen out of favor. So it's like, okay, well, now the only copy I have is one signed by them, and I'd rather not have that. But here we go. Colossus getting in action. Got Magic there. The New Mutants. Uncanny X-Men 231. Rick Lenardi, who I met, and Dan Green on both of those with Silvestri. Yeah, shout out to Dan Green and Rick Lenardi. Seen him at met him at Heroes Con for the first time the last 2 years. And we got Long Shot 230. Yeah, Silvestri and Rubenstein. Some more direct edition upgrades. Phoenix versus the Beyonder. Uncanny 203. This universe isn't big enough for both of them. And then 210. Come on, mess with us. Make our day. JR in his heyday when he was just firing on all cylinders. Look at that. When Wolverine was still allowed to smoke. Oh, there it is. Uncanny 390. So I still have my original newsstand edition of this one. I picked that up at the grocery store. I remember that and just being absolutely gutted that Colossus was dead. The Legacy Virus was wild, just wild times. And then the Cure, like, he had this Cure, and then the only way it could be released was, I don't know if it was airborne or what, but it had to basically just required someone sacrificed, and Colossus took it upon himself. So he was gone for a while, and he came back up in Astonishing X-Men, I think number 4. And then Colossus and Juggernaut battle, 183, this iconic issue here. And Wolverine and Nightcrawler in the back. They're at the bar. Colossus is drunk, running his mouth, and Juggernaut handles him. And Wolverine says, hey, man, he just needs to take that. So, and then we're going back. Get him, Cyclops. It's up to you and Iceman now. Got some OG X-Men 65, the strangest teens of all. Stars of the slaves of the Star Spawn. Yeah. Action cover there. X-Men in battle. So as I said, we got Silver all the way up through the decades. And I think, can't remember what's the most modern copy of this one. Yeah, some of those late X-Men 300 issues up in the 400s right there. Might be the late or the most recent releases that I have in there. Let's see. And we have X-Men 61. We got Sauron, who of course first appeared in X-Men 60, issue prior, on the wings of death from the Savage Land. Yeah. And then going even further back, X-Men 26, Holocaust. Yeah. So some of these early X-Men, like those teens in the 20s and some in the 30s as well, I was finding some just good prices and like debating and comparison shopping, like the prices versus the condition, and like, okay, I'm more than fine with that. Not just taking any cheap book I can get that's going to be beat to hell, but like a quality looking copy at a decent price. I'm all for it. There's another one. Gangway. Here comes the startling stampede of yesteryear's most sensational supervillains. Divided we fall. X-Men 22. So here's a group of villains that were, I don't even know when last time some of these appeared. I don't know if they got upgraded at some point over the years, but some interesting designs. And I was wondering like if that would ever be revisited at some point. So I don't know. Like the eel, porcupine. I don't remember all of them now. I just forget some of them. And then this absolute beauty right here. X-Men number 59. Neil Adams cover. Cyclops. Sentinels on that cover. I love it. I got this one at Heroes Con. I think was it my first year? Yeah. The first time I went to Heroes Con. I got this from, actually remember the retailer too. They were, oh my goodness. What is their name now? Now I forgot. But I've been to one of their stores in Houston. They're Houston-based retailer. They have a bunch of locations. And they set up at Heroes Con. I was going through, found this book. I was like, I have to get a copy of this book. Obviously not going to settle, but I was looking for a copy of this book. And I found this fantastic one there, made a deal on it. They, whatever price they were, I said, hey, will you take this? They said, yes. Boom. And my face absolutely lit up. I talked about it in my video from Heroes Con that year. Cause I was just a fan of me. Like as a true, like just as a collector, I was just happy to score that book. And I just, like, it just showed all over my face. You can't even see my face now, but it's showing almost the exact same way. And then we jump up. Phoenix, we got Firelord, X-Men 105, the all new, all different X-Men. So this is after they kind of went into weird reprint phase from 67 through 93. Then they had Giant Size X-Men #1, and then they're rebranded. They're all back, got a new team, and yeah, so then they're just firing on all cylinders here. And so that's part of that run. So some absolute gems and bangers in there. Sliding those out the way, then we jump up to X-Men 104, an homage to that X-Men #1. We got the miscoloring with the Wolverine's yellow arms there. But the new team versus Magneto, it had to happen. The new X-Men against Magneto, Earth's most powerful supervillain. Yeah. And then X-Men 99, we had this trio of issues with X-Men and the Sentinels, Death Star Rising, so they're hanging in space. Even if we escape the energy spheres of the Sentinels, how can we survive in the vacuum of space? You can't. You're going to be dead. And then X-Men, or New X-Men 114. This is another one I had. I think this one, that newsstand I got from the grocery store as well. E is for Extinction. 1 of 3. This is when Grant Morrison took over. We had Frank Quitely on this one. And shout out to Tim Townsend, inker extraordinaire. But the new design, this roster right here, we got Cassandra Nova in here. Professor X, Cassandra Nova, all this good stuff. And New X-Men, we had, they had quite a run on that. Grant Morrison's fantastic writer. And yeah, so new era there, and lasted for 40-ish issues, give or take. And then Uncanny 244. Yeah, the first appearance of Jubilee. Got this squad here. I just needed a direct edition upgrade of that. X-Men #2, same thing. I have a couple copies of this one. I ended up finding one copy at C2E2, and I think I'm not liking some of the I just grabbed it. I was like, oh hey, look at that, and it was cheap. But I think some of the white around there and some of the smoke there was kind of yellowed, and it was like kind of buyer's remorse, I guess. So I ended up finding even better copy, so even cheaper than that one, which is weird, but so be it. And then Uncanny X-Men 228, 75 cents. Whew, what a time to be alive. Heroes and Hellfire. The Hellfire Club has transformed Phoenix into their Black Queen. Are the X-Men too late to save her or themselves? Not a chance. We got the X-Men, Inner Circle, Hellfire Club, Dark Phoenix, all that good stuff. Whew. X-Men 134, 1980. Again, they were just rolling back then. And then 132, winner of 5 Eagle Awards. Uncanny X-Men 132. She's the last one. The Hellfire Club has defeated the X-Men. Not for long. Yeah, another direct edition. Same as this. 126, In Search of Mutant X. Proteus there. And then 122, The Trial of Colossus. This is so from 1979. This one was the first one when they started doing direct editions. So, Danger Room operational training sequence, hydraulic vice, Cyclops, Colossus, and Wolverine down there. 116, going a few issues earlier with Garrick. Back to Savage Land, my man Banshee. Death to those who violate the land and laws of the Sun God. Oh yeah. So yeah, as I said, this was just, I haven't done a collection video in so long, and wanted to highlight these, especially because it was just a set of X-Men books that all were sitting together because of all the different reasons I had to pick them up. And you got X-Men 97, Cyclops, Havoc. Oh yes, stay back, my fellow X-Men. This is one battle that Cyclops won't fight alone. Yeah, they all new, all different X-Men. And then more Sauron, 115. So prior to this issue there. Back in the Savage Land, baby. Nearing the end, we got my main man, Arcade. Love this cover. This is actually this one and 114. Did I have 114 this one? I forgot already. But these two hold the significant distinction of being the only two covers that Terry Austin, inker extraordinaire, actually penciled entirely. So shout out to Terry Austin for just all the fantastic work over the years. I'm pretty sure it was just the 2 issues in X-Men or all together. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I know at least for the only 2 in X-Men. So give credit for that. And last up, you must read War Hunts. The all new, all different X-Men one, or not 195, just 95. So again, second appearance in the title after Giant Size X-Men 1 dropped a bomb on the comics world. Not a hoax, not a dream. This issue, an X-Man dies. This fella right there named Thunderbird. Action-packed cover there. So yes, as I said, I just wanted to do a collection video because I haven't done one in a while. And I just like to do, before I would just, all right, pull out a container and just flip through whatever books. Maybe there might have been a certain theme, or it might have been all one title, whatever it was in there. Maybe some recent reads, so they were all just kind of grouped together randomly. But this one's all X-Men, and yeah, some absolute bangers there. Again, silver, bronze, copper, modern. Yes, a lot of, and the reasons for upgrades, obviously, some I just needed to pick up because I didn't have them, so filling holes. Some were direct edition upgrades, and some were replacing books that I had previously signed. So I do have some more I want to get. But like I said, not even against Joe Max. I'm still going to keep my Joe Max signed copies, but I don't want only single individual or only copies I have to be a signed copy of a book. So just kind of rectifying some of that. And then this one as well. Polybagged. Executioner Song. What a fantastic crossover there with all 4 X titles. Uncanny X-Men, X-Men, X-Factor, and X-Force in there. So many creators, so many characters. Just fantastic. So yeah, that is that. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like collection videos like this? Do you want to see more? I can do some themed ones, or like basically like specific titles, or eventually I do want to show off some of my signed comics that I still have separated. I have some other things I want to show off as well. But yes, all mutant action on this Mutant Monday, this glorious Mutant Monday. Oh, soak in all that sweet, sweet X-Men action. Yeah. But that is that. Again, share your comments and share your thoughts in the comments below. Definitely curious to hear what you might have to say about this. And if you want to see more collection videos in the future, go check out the socials. Got some holiday content up on genotalkscomics.com, the website. Go check that out. Support that. Follow on socials. And yeah, heading up the end of the year, ready for a big 2025. So let's do it. Let's have some comic book fun. Happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. I'm Gino. This is Gino Talks Comics. Thanks for watching, and peace out.